Remember those big orange 76 balls at all the NASCAR tracks back in the day? It's something you see all the time in old race footage, but it's never really the focus of the shot or conversation. How many do you see from this lap at Daytona in 1998? Today, I want that 76 to be the focus, specifically the Unocal 76 Challenge bonus that drivers and race teams fought for on a weekly basis through the 1990s. So, let's dig into the rules, the history, and somewhat silent disappearance of the program. Oh, and stats, because of course I have to include those. Starting with the 1989 season, the Unocal 76 Challenge offered $7,600 each race to any driver who could win the Bush Pole Award and then go on to win the race. If nobody could do that, it would roll over to the next race and be worth $15,200, and so on. If somebody won it, the next race would start over at $7,600 again. It was like a skins game in golf. By the way, it was at least 4 different 76 balls in the video, if you're counting. One of the reasons the bonus was created was to put a bigger emphasis on qualifying and give teams more motivation to go after the pole position each race. Since only the Bush Pole Award winner would be eligible to win the bonus, qualifying became its own story during race weekend, especially when the bonus became much larger. If qualifying were canceled, nobody would be eligible and it would automatically roll over to the next race. The bonus would be claimed for the very first time early in the 1989 season. With the second race of the season getting snowed out at Richmond, Rockingham moved to the second race, and Rusty Wallace claimed the $15,200 bonus by winning both the pole and the race for the 500-mile event.
Hey, listen, in addition to this, you've won $15,000 plus from Unocal 76 Challenge. You're the first guy ever to do that in history. That's got to make you feel good, too.
As the season progressed, pole winners just were not winning races, which was surprising because the previous 4 years had 20 total wins from pole. The bonus ended up not getting claimed again during the 1989 season and rolled over to 1990, which was another fun aspect of the program. In 1990, at the third race of the season, again at Rockingham, the bonus was up to $228,000. Coming into this race, Kyle Petty had made 276 career Cup Series starts, with just 2 wins, no poles, and only 326 laps led. He'd win his first career pole at Rockingham and then absolutely dominate the race, leading 433 of the 492 laps and winning the race by nearly a lap over Jeff Bodine. Just a year into the program, this was definitely the peak level of excitement, and Peak was Kyle Petty's sponsor at the time, so it must have been destined to happen this way. Anyway, this race would also kick off Kyle's multi-year Rockingham domination and end up being the biggest one-time Unocal 76 Challenge bonus in the program's history. Just a week later at Atlanta, Dale Earnhardt would win from the pole as well. While qualifying was canceled and the bonus should have been rolled over, in the NASCAR Preview and Press Guide from 1991, it lists Earnhardt as winning $7,600 at Atlanta under the bonuses article. However, I don't think that's accurate, as in the race results section, it lists the contingency awards, and the Unocal 76 Challenge was not listed, but it was for Kyle Petty's win. In addition, Earnhardt had another win from pole in 1993 at Darlington when qualifying was canceled and the Unocal 76 Challenge article did not list him as winning the bonus in the 1994 Preview and Press Guide. Although, I guess the best and easiest way to verify it is checking the next winner, which was Jeff Bodine at Martinsville, 5 races after Kyle Petty's victory. Both the article and race results say he won a $38,000 bonus, which is 5 races worth of bonuses and means Earnhardt didn't claim anything. Moving along now. After Bodine's win, the bonus was claimed 3 more times in 1990. 2 by Earnhardt and 1 by Bill Elliott, for a total of 5 bonuses claimed during the season. So we were back on track after just 1 winner from pole in 1989. The 1991 bonuses would bring back some familiar memories from both 1989 and 1990. In the third race of the season at Rockingham, Kyle Petty once again won the pole, dominated, and won the race, although this time he only led 380 of the 492 laps. His bonus was also much smaller, at $68,400, although I'd take that in a heartbeat. 3 races later at Bristol, Rusty Wallace would collect another bonus. And, like 1989, we'd see a long dry spell, as nobody would win from the pole the rest of the season. However, I'd like to note the Sonoma race in 1991. Ricky Rudd won the pole, but with 2 laps to go, a bump and run caused Davey Allison to spin, and NASCAR black flagged Rudd, giving Allison the win. Had Rudd won, he would have won the bonus as well. Bill Elliott headed into 1992 with a new team, Junior Johnson and Associates, and tore up the competition early. Once again, at the 3rd race of the season, see a trend here? This time at Richmond, Elliott won the pole, dominated, and held off Alan Kulwicki in a fantastic wheel-to-wheel battle to claim the 2nd largest bonus in the program's history at $197,600. There'd be 3 more wins from pole throughout the rest of the 1992 season. Starting in 1992 through the conclusion of the program, there were between 4 and 7 bonuses claimed each season, and none would get nearly as high as the amounts Petty and Elliott won. I don't want to go race by race through the remaining years, but we'll call out those who won 6 figures after 1992. It was awesome to see Bobby Hamilton on this list. Most of the other names on this list are pretty expected, and many won the bonus multiple times. But to see someone with only 4 career wins and 5 career poles not only win the bonus after rolling over so many times, but to absolutely dominate the race as well was pretty cool. Also, I want to add that Rusty Wallace won the 1996 exhibition race at Suzuka from the pole and won a $7,600 bonus for it, according to the 1997 preview and press guide. I couldn't really find out why, or if that's just something they awarded him later, but the other 2 races in Japan, in 1997 and 1998, were not won from the pole, and were not included in any rollover amounts for future winners. Eventually, the Unocal 76 Challenge would sort of fade into the background. And since it wasn't at the forefront by 1999, there was conflicting information about its discontinuation, which only led to me questioning what really happened to the program and when did it really end. To verify all the bonus numbers, I used my old NASCAR preview and press guides. In the 1999 guide, the Unocal 76 Challenge was listed as one of the contingency programs, so all seemed good there. However, when reviewing the 2000 guide with the 1999 results, it was the only season the Unocal 76 Challenge wasn't shown in the contingency awards winners list when a race was won from pole. In addition, when I saw the winnings for the 1999 Spring Bristol race, in which Rusty Wallace won from the pole, which would have netted him a $45,600 bonus, it couldn't have been included like it usually was. If it were, Wallace would have had the base winnings similar to that of 27th place finisher and teammate Jeremy Mayfield. And one more issue with the bonus existing at the time was Benny Parsons' comment after the Bristol race when Bob Jenkins mentioned Wallace winning the bonus, in which BP said they were no longer doing that.
And it's his 8th career win from the pole. He takes home $45,600 in 76 Challenge bonus money because he started from the pole position today.
Now they did quit doing that, Bob.
Oh?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Pulling some news from J-Ski at the time, we got this. No more 76 Challenge? When Rusty Wallace pulled into victory lane at Bristol today, Bob Jenkins mentioned that Rusty Wallace had also won the 76 Challenge of $45,600 for winning from the pole. Benny Parsons then said they don't do that anymore. I had wondered why I hadn't seen it on any rundowns lately. Jeff Gordon last won it at Daytona, and it kinda disappeared. Shame, it was a cool program. I will, of course, no longer keep track of it on the next race page. So by this point, I was really starting to question if this program had already gone away. The other 2 races won from the pole that year, Bobby Labonte at Dover and Jeff Gordon at Sonoma, seemed to have winnings in line with the bonus being included. And then by the time we got to Homestead weekend near the end of 1999, we got this correction from J-Ski. 76 Challenge Award. Oops, I was incorrect. Update. And reading from the second update, I had heard this was not being done any longer, but that seems to be untrue, even though it is not listed on the final results any longer. So let's start this again. The 76 Challenge bonus for winning the race from the pole is $121,600 at Homestead. So it seemed to continue through 1999, but it was really something that had disappeared for the most part. One of the reasons the program fell off people's radars at the end was it just wasn't worth as much as it was 10 years prior. And I'm not even talking about the inflation aspect, but the rising race purses. Take a look at this. From the program's start in 1989 to the end in 1999, the sum of the race purses for each season went from $12 million in 1989 to $77 million in 1999. That's a massive increase, while the bonus amount just stayed the same. With 5 more races in 1999, the total bonus amounts that could be paid out were $220,400 in 1989 and $258,400 in 1999. In 1989, the bonus was 1.72% of the total race purse, but by 1999, it had fallen to 0.33%. Diving into some more statistics around the program, in its 11 years, the bonus was claimed 48 times, about 4.5 times per year, by 15 different drivers. The total amount given out to those drivers was $2,439,600. Breaking down the 48 wins by year, it looks like this. The first season, 1989, really was an anomaly, with only 1 win from pole. 9 of the 11 years had between 4 and 7 wins from pole, fairly consistent. I'll also point out that the 1996 total does include the non-points postseason exhibition race at Suzuka, won by Rusty Wallace that we talked about earlier. Here are the largest one-race payouts, which we went over a little bit earlier. Still pretty odd that the second ever bonus win was the highest total amount, and the 46 that came after couldn't surpass it. Also, seeing 2 big amounts in the same season, won by brothers, is pretty interesting too. And here are the most bonuses won by drivers. I don't think there are any surprises here, as Gordon, Wallace, and Martin topped the list. Maybe Jarrett being here would have been expected. He had just 1 win. I'd say Earnhardt not being on this list was expected, although he did win the bonus twice. Jeff Burton, Ricky Rudd, and Darrell Waltrip all won 11 races during the program's run, which was the most by anyone who didn't win a bonus. Burton and Waltrip weren't exactly qualifying aces at the time, only winning 3 poles between them, so it's understandable as they didn't really have much chance. Rudd had 8 poles to go with those 11 wins, so it is a bit surprising he didn't put it all together one weekend. Ken Schrader would actually score 20 poles during this time frame, the most for any non-bonus winner, but couldn't convert any of those into a win. Here's the most overall bonus money won by drivers during the program's run. No real surprises here, as Petty and Elliott's totals were really inflated by claiming the highest 2 bonuses in the program's history, but another interesting set of numbers to see. And here are bonuses won by track. Any real surprises here? We've got 2 high-banked 1-mile ovals, where one can dominate if they get things hooked up, and then 2 short tracks and road courses, where track position is more beneficial than most places, and qualifying usually shows who will be strong come race time. The track which hosted the most races without a bonus was Phoenix with 11. All tracks that were visited twice per year had winners, including Talladega with 3 and Daytona with 1. The Unocal 76 Challenge was a fun bonus program for a while, and having 1 driver eligible per race was a cool side story to follow. However, with the decline in attention it received and the bonus amounts less impactful to teams, it was almost silently discontinued. If you have any memories from this program, please share them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to smash those like and subscribe buttons.